Good morning, amigos. Top of the morning to you, as always. Sorry I haven't been doing videos lately. I have been super busy. Hopefully you missed me. So, just a couple random things. Everybody experiences things in life, right? We all experience, anxiety, frustration, depression, stress, just everyday life, right? Paying the bills, worrying about the zombie apocalypse, aka SHTF, whatever, right? I think in time it kind of all just passes, right? It all passes. The powers that be will not let this system just crumble. But I always say, prepare as best as you can. Prepare for what you think is best for you and what you're able to. But don't spend all your time trying to figure out the wheel. It's already been invented and it's spinning. Some way, some form, they're going to continue that spin. They're not going to let it crumble. Even when things get bad, I mean, unless it's WW3 in the sky or somehow we get a solar flare that just wipes out our technology, that would be the only SHTF that I think that we think about or talk about is gonna, and by then I think we're all kind of screwed. Those that are prepared will last a little bit longer than those that are not. Always take care of your health, of course. That's number one priority. But that's not what this video is all about. Back to what I was saying. We all experience problems, right? All of us. And we are defined as individuals as far as how we handle that, how we respond, how we deal with that. Some of us deal with it better than others. Some of us stay calm, right? Some of us think about it and try to come up with a plan to get out of that situation or fix the situation. Oh man, a bunch of cops over there at Walmart. Something's going on. I was passing through Walgreens and I was thinking, man, I remember when I believe they used to be open 24/7. And then, with everything going on, the numbers going down financially during the whole unicorn experience, right? As we know it as the C word thing, it just wasn't feasible for them to stay open. I think a lot of businesses have condensed their hours, and now that we're kind of pulling through this whole event, a lot of them are not going back to what they used to be. They're not going back to operating 24/7. They're not going back operating the way they used to because it's not feasible. They've learned to cut back on expenses, on resources, on even people, workers, right? And then it got me thinking, you wonder why people don't want to go back. You wonder why people don't want to go back and work at those places. Places that you see in the news getting robbed, people acting a fool, people disrespecting the employees at restaurants, at these Dollar Trees, Dollar Generals, Walgreens, throwing shit all over the floor. Who would want to work there if you have to put up with that? And literally you have to put up with it because you can't do anything. You'll get fired, right? You don't want to do anything because you don't want to get injured, which is understandable, right? The liability on the good person or the person that's not acting up is stacked up against them, versus the person that acts a fool gets away with it, right? Nothing happens. Usually they just walk out. I never hear of, oh, they caught that person that was throwing all the shit on the floor. It's not a priority to police. It's not a priority to the prosecution, I guess. And this is how society, this is how, dude, I swear, this dude, man. I get a kick out of people on the highway that just zoom in and out. Like they're the only ones that have somewhere important to go. It's like, dude, we're all in this traffic. You see everybody staying in the lane. Stay in your effing lane, you know? And if you do have to turn, put your signal light on. And don't drive crazy, because you're going to end up causing an accident. I swear, people just don't care. But back to what I was saying is, who would want to work at those places, right? And it's sad, because I think about, you know, once I retire, hopefully next year, if God willing goes through and everything pans out the way I have it planned, you know, I'll be looking for a part-time job. It may be at home again. It may be going into the office, or, you know, I'll say, for example, working at Home Depot. Just an example, because that's the first thing that comes off the top of my head. It just, so much has changed, right? And it's like you have to really give it some thought and some planning as far as what it is you're going to do. In fact, last week when I went to the coast, we went to this restaurant. It was like a fish restaurant, and I swear, man, people coming in my lane. Jesus, stay in your lane. The waitress, I told her, I was like, man, it took a while for the food to come out. And I'm not talking about, we waited like 10 or 15 minutes. I mean, it took a good 30 plus minutes or so, maybe longer. And even my brother was like, man, the food is taking a while. And so I mentioned that to the waiter. I just said, man, I know it took a while, huh? And she goes, yeah, we're 40% down in staffing. And she's like, I can't do this full time. It's just too much work on the people that do come in. And so I do it part time. I was like, oh, wow. Of course, I tip my waiter, as I always do, because nobody wants to work. She said her sister has been staying home since they issued checks, which that stopped, right? But now you got so many people that got a taste of the good life, right? Not working. The majority of those people, and this is where I ask, where are those workers? What happened to them? What are they doing? Where did they go? This lady said her sister just doesn't want to go back to work. And she's like, you know, we weren't raised that way. We weren't raised that way to just stay at home, live off the government or live off other people. And she's like, I don't care. I don't want to do that kind of work anymore. Well, what are you doing? And this kind of partially answers my question, because it's not a one-person survey that answers for everybody. But she's like, she just doesn't want to go back to work, period. And I'm like, that's crazy. Like, how are you paying your bills? What are you doing for income? And the thing is, like, these kind of places, and not everybody, there are some good people out there still, but a lot of these places can't retain workers long term. They probably go through employees weekly, if not monthly. In a few months, they're gone. They don't want to do it no more. So it's like, where are they going? And I saw locally, one of the counties, like the city, the county, the state, the government, one of the counties in my surrounding area, they were going to bump up the pay for their employees up to $20 an hour. Now, I don't think everybody can make $20 an hour, but a good majority of them, unless it is for everybody. I'll have to go back and read that article, but I thought that's pretty good, you know. Maybe they'll have some part-time work. I don't know, but you know, and again, I'm just jumping around just to pass the time and do a video for you guys, because I haven't been able to do one, or just, you know, I've been checking out other channels too, and I'm just like, nobody's doing videos much lately. Everyone's just kind of doing their thing. Everyone's getting tired. I think the preppers that joined in 2020 because they were bored, right? People that were bored decided to, and I'm not shitting on anybody. I'm just saying in general, because I was on YouTube way before all these people jumped on and became preppers. I mean, I've been on since 2013, and it's just funny now because now all the people that jumped on board to become a channel suddenly aren't making videos anymore. They're nowhere to be found. Or I mean, their channels are still around, but they're not pumping out videos like they were before. They're either burnt out or they're just straight out of material because there's nothing to talk about, right? And you know, for me, it's always been it's just been a fun thing to do. It's been a fun thing to communicate, have a platform to reach out to new people and engage with people in some way, form, or manner. I've made some friends along the way. I don't really think I've made any enemies, but had to run in with one or two people. It's all good, you know. It's all good. This is not my life, you know. This is something I do on my spare time that's free, and I enjoy it. So hold on. I guess the conclusion is just live your life, right? Live your life to enjoy it, and take some time for yourself. Slow down. It's something that I got to tell myself too. It's because I try to take on too many tasks of doing this and doing that, and it's like, I need to slow down. I need to do what I can do and pace myself and understand that I don't always have to be doing something with my hands or moving around or going places. Even though I enjoy it, even though it exhausts me sometimes, it's like, it's okay to just woosah, slow down. So I'm going to end this before the 12-minute mark, so you guys don't have to hear 20 minutes of me rambling. But I will make another video soon. I hope you guys are doing good. God bless you. Stay safe. And just live your life. Be happy. Right out.